It was really well played by Nikish. All right, we'll be moving into our next set here. Do apologize, 1 second. Yes, we will be moving into our next set here. Super excited to see where this goes. We do have on 1-1 now. I do apologize, 1 second. Sorry, I do apologize, 1 second. Alright, sorry about that, I do apologize. Okay, now we will be hopping into our second set. Alright, here we are on altitude, spawning in the bottom left hand side. It is the red Terran player, Silwercrow. And spawning in the top right hand position, we have the Zerg player, Namshar, representing Storm. Alright, now we're hopping into a matchup I understand a little bit better. Now, Silwercrow is, we're already up to some shenanigans. I imagine this is probably going to be proxy 2 racks. Overlord's 100% going to spot it though. Namshar's going to have plenty of time to respond to this if he wants to. Natural hatchery is going down. Oh. It looks like Silwercrow is wanting to try and trick Namshar here a little bit. I imagine, though, it's not going to be... Yeah, he's going to spot both of them regardless. A couple drones are being pulled off the line to try and engage into these SCVs before the building is finished. Going for the one that has... This is a 3 racks? Oh, what? Alright, let's do this. First Marine is going to be hitting the field here momentarily. Oh, slipping up an SCV, trying to finish that building as quickly as possible. Namshar, I don't think is aware. He might be, okay, he's aware now. SCV is going to back up. First Marine is going to pop. Pretty good micro. I shouldn't say pretty good. Very good micro there by Namshar, pulling away the wounded drone, trying to engage with the fully healed one. Silwercrow is going for full wall off here. As you do. Don't want any stray Zerglings to get into your base while you're trying to do this. Namshar is going to be producing a single spine crawler here at the top. Alright, there should be enough Zerglings here to actually clean up the rest of these Marines. That being said, Silwercrow has actually finished all 3 barracks now and is pumping out 3 Marines at a time. So this should be fine. Namshar is sending a bunch of Zerglings across the map to try and break into Silwercrow's main base. Silwercrow might be in a little bit of trouble just because he's spending so much money on Marines. He might not have enough money for repairs. Oh no. We're pulling all of the boys and they're immediately going to be intercepted by these Zerglings. I think they might actually be able to outrun the Zerglings, maybe? Alright, so he's going to try and mine as much of this as possible before he has to lift the command center. More Marines are on the way. He is spending every single mineral he has on this. That being said, though, I mean, Namshar has a pretty sick defense here at the top. Plenty of queens, 2 more spine crawlers on the way, a lot of Zerglings. SCVs are going to try and tank for the high DPS Marines. Pretty good target fire coming out of Silwercrow, but we do have a flank from the back. All the SCVs have been taken out. Now it's just the kind of glass cannony Marines. The Zerglings are going to close in on top of them, but they don't have vision of the top of the ramp anymore. The queens are being able to siege on them uncontested. GG's actually going to be called. I respect the hustle, but Namshar is going to take it. Really well done by the Zerg player there. Alright, so that brings us, brings another map to Psystorm Gaming. Let's go ahead and hop to the second game of this set. Alright, here we are on Gresvin. Spawning in the bottom right hand side, it is Silwercrow. And then the top left hand position, it is Namshar. Alright, looks like our platoon representative is this time going to go for a maybe a little bit more conservative. What? Actually, a very conservative build. Are we going command center first? No way. Oh, come on. Yes. Oh, that's amazing. We're going in the exact opposite direction of the previous game. The previous game was aggressive cheese. This is macro cheese. Barracks now on the way. Psystorm representative, not too much to note so far. A fairly standard Zerg opening versus Terran. Going double gas. I'm actually not sure what this is. I don't think I've seen a double gas version of this build before. At least not off the top of my head. So I'm not 100% sure what Silwercrow is trying to do here. Overlord getting a little bit of scouting done. You know, I wonder what it would be like just to be an overlord. You just kind of like hover over the field and watch stuff, and then think about moving Zerg, or like telling Zerg organisms what to do. Actually, maybe being a scouting overlord would not be great. Alright, 2 FAC opening. Excellent. 2 Marines are going to be popping up. Be able to contest with these 4 Zerglings pretty efficiently. Please. Looks like he was trying to go after the mule, but he couldn't quite get it. Oh, there's 2 Marines, or one of the Marines actually does get caught out. Yeah, this should be fine. There's actually some really cool micro going on in there. Namshar was kind of like subtly pulling back. It seemed like he was trying to like subtly pull back and move around the Zerglings to spread the damage out, which that's actually really impressive if that's the case. Alright, I believe this is going to be a battle mech setup here. Yep, Cyclones coming out as well as more Hellions. Roachborn coming out now for Namshar. Good call. He might have actually seen... He might have seen all of this when he first poked up with the Zerglings. If not, he's going to be fully aware soon. Third factory is just now finished up. Alright, we have a Terran Overlord. Alright, we do have a decent number of Hellions and Cyclones. I think he's waiting for one more Cyclone before starting to move out onto the map. Now this can be an annoying force to deal with as a Zerg player. You really just... If you're ever facing against Battle Mech, you always want to be trying to push them into a corner. You just have to be really careful, because as long as they have more space to move back, you're in trouble. Good Cyclone lock-ons there. You always want to force your... you always want to force Battle Mech into a fight. Because if they have the opportunity to run away, then it becomes infinitely more difficult to deal with them, and they can just infinitely kite you away. So that's kind of going to be the case for Namshar right now. He's going to be getting yep, another poke in here. Actually, really nice micro there out of Namshar, pulling away the those roaches that were being locked onto. It's actually a sick little bit of micro there. Alright. Made a couple of Ravagers using some of the wounded roaches. Always a good call. Do have more Cyclones out on the field now. He's going to have to try and back up, but he does already have vision of the high ground, so he's going to be able to continue poking away at all of these roaches. Yeah, this is when Battle Mech starts to become more and more cost effective. Just being able to pick away at some of those units. Big rotation here. It's going to be able to take out this base, I believe. Yeah, those Cyclones do insane damage once they get their lock-on upgrade. Base is taken out. That was not a cancel too, so that's a bit unfortunate. Oh, we do have Widow Mines joining into the fray now. Namshar manages to take out one. So he's going to take out the second one too. Making sure it's dead. Actually going straight into a hive after losing that hatchery. Really is thinking about some of this, like getting into some high-tech stuff here. Like third base for Silwercrow just finished up. Alright, looks like the roaches and Ravagers are able to chase him a little bit more effectively. Namshar is going to continue trying to press the issue here. And catching them unaware is also a good one. Also a good thing to do. Nice scan up the ramp. Yeah, this is... Ooh, Namshar is actually chasing off a creep, which is actually giving the Battle Mech player the advantage here, because they could definitely move faster than these roaches off a creep. That being said, Namshar's economy is not... Oh, we have 11 drones in the in the build queue. It's fine. It's fine. Fourth base on the way now for the Terran player. About, I don't know, 3/4 of the way done. It looks like Namshar is just wants to keep producing Roach Ravager here for right now. I'm actually curious what, why get the... Okay, Vipers. Vipers are on the way now. I'm assuming Namshar is just preparing for the eventual mech transition that's going to happen. It seems to make the most sense. Breaking off a couple of Hellions here since they're starting to lose their value going into the late game. 6 Vipers in the production queue. Oh, man. Talk about battlefield control. These Hellions managed to get a couple of drones there. Yeah, I mean, that was probably worth. Big swell of roaches coming in from the northeastern corner of the map. Silwercrow moving his battle mech around once again. Going to try and pick off what he can. Oh, it's even including a couple of Widow Mines too. I love that. Actually setting them up behind the battle mech. That is actually a pretty good call. A lot of Zerg players want to trap or try and trap battle mech, but the Widow Mines will prevent that from happening. Silvercrow actually was getting a pretty good trade there in the early stages of that engagement. Actually, no, it's still pretty good. We do have a big attack here at the third base location. These roaches absolutely doing devastating damage. Gonna try and jump on top of the tank. Manages to get it, and now there's nothing to really contest here. Meanwhile, on the other side of the map, we do have the battle mech moving into the natural, but they're trapped now. It's gonna be debatable whether they can actually get out of this mess. Nope, more roaches are gonna be poaching, hatching out of eggs. Namshar is gonna clean that up. 19 SCVs have gone down so far, and oof, there's one tank here. One tank versus, how many roaches is that? 9 roaches? 7 roaches. Oh no. Namshar actually was paying attention there. Alright, 4 more siege tanks actually pop out now. Should be able to deal with this. Oh my god, the 6 Vipers. That's going to just... Alright, the tanks don't matter anymore. The tanks are just done. Namshar once again moving into this third base, taking out more SCVs. These mines are concerning. More tanks are getting pulled into the roach composition. There's just... Oh my god, he's just going to keep pulling them. Actually, using the roaches to clean up some of the mines, good call. Make sure it doesn't actually pop like Overseers or Vipers, always a good thing. Namshar is just putting pedal to the metal, just cranking out roaches as quickly as possible. I actually did finish up that Hydralisk den, and it's just marching across the map trying to deal with this Terran player. Silwercrow just trying to pump out whatever units he can to actually deal with this mess. Ooh, actually nice drag there. But it just doesn't seem like it's going to be enough. Namshar is now in the natural of the Terran player. It's going to shred the rest of these SCVs, I believe. There are a couple of battle mech units popping out of the factories now. Oh man, GG's going to be called. And Namshar takes the second game.